Welcome all you deciders whether to use fork or spoon. This is
Two chefs.
One Knife.
I choose chopsticks.
I'm Chef NPH.
And I'm Chef Grace.
So today we are going to be... What are we making?
Oh, so we're going to be doing something a little different. We're gonna make anabolic donut recipe, but we don't have a donut mold. We deep fry donuts.
Anabolic sounds like something after a drunken night. What is anabolic?
So, anabolic, shout out to Greg Doucette and Remington James, which is his recipe. It means...
Remington James, that is so fancy.
I
I want a fancy name like Remington James.
My mouth
My
dries
name is
up.
James. Remington James.
Anyway, he's great. I recently watched their videos and this whole trend of being low calorie, high protein to build muscles. Show them your muscles.
I would, but that'd be rated R.
So what I'm gonna do is the exact way it was shown, and then I'll link his YouTube channel somewhere. And it's a great recipe.
Fantastic from what I've seen.
Yes, I'm not criticizing it at all, and it's really easy. However,
Trust me, she knows easy. Just kidding.
I told you not to tell people.
But anyways, yeah, so I'm going to be doing somewhat of the chef-osophy version of this recipe of many mad years of culinary training to...
It's still gonna be easy. It's just a couple extra steps, but he will explain. And then I guess I'll show you the original recipe and then we can compare at the end.
See what the outcome is.
Yeah.
Does the extra 10 minutes really
Yeah,
matter
and
that much?
Maybe this is just a waste of time and we wasted your life.
Well,
yeah.
you pretty much probably do enough of that yourself watching videos, so I'm just kidding.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
So we're gonna let's call this a cake because we don't have donut molds. And yeah.
So you can have your cake and eat it too.
So I'm gonna do this recipe as is. And yeah, let's see how this turns out. So basically what he does is he gets a food scale and he just dumps everything in a bowl. So I'll start off with, let's start off with the whey protein. That is 31 grams of chocolate whey protein. I have 30 grams of flour. I have, and this is monk fruit sugar. He likes to use Splenda. I personally like the taste of monk fruit sugar.
Monk fruit?
Monk fruit.
Huh, never heard of it. Is it because it's monk fruit? Took a vow of silence for 50 years?
Cocoa powder. So cocoa powder, I got 15 grams. And then I have 3 grams baking powder. And then 92 grams of egg whites. So this is 120 grams of pumpkin puree. It's not, make sure you don't get
Pie mix?
pie mix, yeah, because that has all this filler and sugar that you don't want, and that defeats the purpose.
Because what is the basis of anabolic diet? Low sugar?
Low calorie.
Oh.
Lower calorie. High volume, low calorie food.
Thank you, Chef Grace. That was quite informative.
That builds muscle. 15 grams of applesauce, and apparently
That's 15 grams. Boom.
Yeah. So you can obviously buy it in bulk, but this is just way easier. And then, so apparently he just mixes everything together in this bowl. Like,
What? Does he fling it all over the table also?
oh, no, that's the chef touch.
Huh. What stirring technique are you using there? The hand to wrist motion or wrist to hand motion?
I am doing the ancient Chinese secret motion.
Oh. Wow.
It's an extra $50.
I heard many people have died learning that.
So, normally we would get our donut molds. You can use whatever pan, but I'm just gonna use this pie pan. And apparently what is it? Half a second spray is 4 calories.
I feel there's some real science behind this half a second spray.
And if you feel like you did too much.
Did we stopwatch that to see how many grams you just put on there? So what you're saying is you're giving that pie plate a rim job.
I am. Anyway, I have my oven heating up at 325 degrees Fahrenheit. Obviously, you at home will not have this fancy oven. You can just use your regular oven.
That is a fancy oven.
Yes.
Could you cook a small child potentially in this oven?
I have, and you can.
It's like veal. Very tender.
Very tender. I guess I should explain. I'm pouring the batter into this pie pan.
Were you pouring or were you being boring?
Cook for 10 minutes.
Wow, what is, yeah. Don't worry, Chef NPH will take care of that.
What is it? Cook for, I don't even know the time. Cook till it's done.
That's very scientific. Are you taught that in culinary school? Cook till it's done, people.
Cook till it's done.
That's perfect. That's like, I think every cookbook I've ever bought says that in every recipe. All right, Grace, how are we doing over there?
I'm gonna check if it's ready.
Oh, how's it looking? How's it looking?
I feel like it's done.
Wow, that actually looks like
a cake.
It actually looks delightful.
So he recommends that you don't overcook it. So I'm gonna take it out now.
Would overcooking it potentially make it dry?
Yes, because there's absolutely no fat in this recipe. So yeah,
fat is delicious.
It is delicious.
3 ingredients, 3 main ingredients, and anything delicious. I'm not saying this is not delicious because it has no fat, but fat, sugar, and salt.
It's really easy to make things taste delicious when you have those 3 ingredients. So let's do this recipe the right way.
All right, welcome back. Thanks, Chef Grace. That was a fantastic version of donuts. Donuts? It doesn't even look like a cake.
It's a
turn
cake.
Donuts into a cake.
Yeah.
That's magic in itself right there. Because who can turn donut into a cake? Chef Grace can. But yeah, anyway, so now we're looking into my version of the same recipe. We're just gonna put a little chefy spin on it just because we can, because that's what this jacket allows us to do. It's the only certification you need, chef jacket. So what we do in the culinary world when you get to any baking recipe is you always like to start off with your wet ingredients, move into your dry ingredients, kind of have them all together. And a recipe always works way faster if you have it all pre-measured before you start because, you know, work smarter, not harder. That is the way everybody should just think in the world. So what we're gonna do is start off with these egg whites that we have previously already separated. All male eggs, by the way, just, they're not really. But anyways, we're gonna wanna whisk these bad boys up. We're gonna whisk them because 2 reasons why. One, we're gonna whisk a little, when you're whisking an egg, you are stretching the proteins of the egg. So it's kind of like yoga for egg whites. It's not really downward dog. It's more of a upward fluff. No, just kidding. But yeah, so we're gonna take a whisk. No, just kidding. That whisk is ginormous. Maybe if I was only doing 1 egg white, I'd use that one. But no, we're gonna take a real whisk here. It's standard whisk. We're not gonna go too crazy. We're just gonna add a little and, you know, try to keep it in the bowl. I kind of have to. So there you go. This is just a straight back and forth technique. Nothing too fancy. Go grandma style, a little bit of the round circles. That's how you always see my grandma do it. Definitely made my grandfather happy, man. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, as you can see, so we are incorporating air into these egg whites. So what this will do is it's going to add a little more volume to the recipe and possibly make it a little lighter. I don't know. We'll soon find out. So there you go. We got what you kind of call, it's not really soft peak yet. And so from here, we're going to add some sugar. This is the monk fruit sugar. I honestly never heard of it prior to 5 minutes ago when Chef Grace measured it out. I'm like, it doesn't look monkey. I don't know. Anyways, there we go. Add a little sugar. We're gonna whisk the sugar in, incorporate it into the egg whites. I'm saying I'd eat that already, just like that. That's fantastic. That's high protein, no calories. Actually, there's calories, I'm assuming, in egg. But from here, we're now gonna go into the more dense liquids for the recipe because, you know, we got the light stuff now, made it all fluffy. And so now we're gonna add our pumpkin. So this is a California pumpkin. Actually, I don't even know where it came from. It's just pumpkin. Does it really matter where the pumpkin came from? I don't think so. But you could actually do your own pumpkin if you wanted to instead of a can, if it's that time of season, you got some pumpkins laying around. But I do recommend if you're gonna do your own pumpkin, do not boil the pumpkin. You want to roast it in the oven because then you get more of a drier paste. Because adding moisture to it was just going to make that like, you're getting pumpkin soup if you're boiling that. Let's just say that. That's not a bad thing either, but that's not a future recipe. But anyway, so the pumpkin's in there. So look at that, still nice, light, fluffy. And apparently I robbed some kid from his lunch on the way to the kitchen, so I got some snack packs. Snack pack. But yeah, so it was a very sad kid you're gonna see on the corner of your street today. Hey, some mean guy took my snack pack. But there we go. All right, now we got our dry ingredients. We got a whey protein, we got some baking powder, we got flour, we got cocoa powder. There we go. Whey protein, because that's way out of here. Why whey, Greg? Can you use any other types of protein?
I wouldn't recommend it. The vegan proteins are just not great for cooking.
What about like pea protein?
Yeah.
Any of those kind of things?
Not good.
Not good. Not delightful.
No.
So anyways, you see, getting a little chocolatey there. So from the whey, because we're gonna just actually put all these three together because it's best to add all your dry ingredients kind of in one little lump. And then this is like, remember, anyone that's my age would ever remember a show called Romper Room where the girl used to look in the mirror and be like, I see Billy. Anyways, my point being, never said my name. Very traumatic childhood. But you guys are all young. You're not even know what Romper Room even was, so screw you. No. Anyway, so yeah, get a little bit of lump action. We don't want that. So we want to get these lumps out of here. So we put it through the strain. A little dry. There we go. Perfect. So you see, all nicely strained. We're gonna whisk this in very gently because you know what? We took the time to fluff up those egg whites and incorporate all that air in there. We don't want to destroy that air. So we want to go nice and light, just gently stir it in. As a chef, we may call this incorporating the dry into the wet. But, you know, anybody
That's what she said.
Oh, that's not PG. And bam! Look at that. Oh, I can't use bam. Sorry, someone already used that. I take that back. So as a chef, though, you know, we look at a recipe and we're like, that is fantastic. Could it be better? I'm thinking yes, Grace. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking whatever you're thinking.
Are you mopping what I'm mopping?
The mop is wet.
That's gross, Grace. But I will. Look at that. Beautiful sea salt. Just right there. We're going to put a little bit of sea salt in that. What is the sea salt going to do, you ask? Well, let me tell you something. It is going to enhance that chocolate flavor. It'll pick up a little bit more of that pumpkin flavor. Just everything that's in there. It's just a bowl of happy goodness now. You know, a little bit of salt. And so there, boom, just like that. So as, well, that was terrible. We're gonna do what my counterpart Grace did there. We are gonna take this spray, veggie spray. Whoever came up with this whole half-second spray, weird 4-calorie thing is crazy. So yeah, hold it up, kind of do as quickly as you can, just cover it. That was more like 0.65, so it's close enough. And we're gonna take the same little spatula we added the pumpkin here. Then we're gonna put it in the pan. Da, 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 da. There we go, just like that. Waste not, want not. So I do not know offhand because we already baked Grace's, so I cannot tell you if our volume is a little higher than that or whatever. I don't know, but we will soon find out after the bake test. So we're gonna take this into our big fancy oven just like Grace did. So we're gonna push the big start. We're gonna set the time. I believe we said 10 minutes in our big fancy oven. There we go. And so, yeah, we're gonna let this bake, and through the magic of television, in a split second here after we edit this video, it's gonna be done. So it's been in for 10 minutes. You can see the 10, or I don't know if you're close enough to see the 10. So we're gonna take this bad boy out. We're gonna give it a little shaky shake. So far there's no jiggle, so it looks like it's been working out. Yeah, I think we're all right. But we should do the real, you know, kind of like a test. Do we have anything to test a cake with? Do we have a skewer? Do we need a skewer? Oh wait, I think I got one. Ah, there it is. I knew I had one somewhere. We do the testing. We insert. It's got a little stick, but you know what? That's what you're looking for because that means it is
delightfully moist.
So we're gonna put this right down here beside Grace's, and we're gonna take it to. We're gonna look. See, this is like Alberta and Saskatchewan, the prairies. BC, we got some mountains, we got some peaks. We got peaks. And we're talking prime peakage here. So this could be from several reasons. Could be from the fluffing of the egg whites. It just become the folding of the dry into the wet. Many things could have happened. Who knows? Also be that one has sat out for 20 minutes and this one just came out of the oven. Who knows? Only time will tell. But yeah, I think we're gonna pop these bad boys out. We're gonna get them ready and we're gonna do a little taste test. Yeah, we're gonna go to plan B. We're not gonna pop these out of the pan just because, let's just stick with that. But anyway, we're gonna so we got some sugar-free chocolate syrup here. Grace already delightfully put some on hers. So I feel I am losing in the battle of brownies if she puts it and I don't, but that's why I put a little bit more than she did. But we're doing, see, but it's still holding after 10 minutes or so the peaks that we added to it. It's standing strong. So, but yeah, I guess we're just gonna have to cut into them here and take a look-see at how they look inside. Okay.
All right.
Oh, mine's still a little warm.
Is
it gonna put you at a
disadvantage?
That's the word I was looking for. Thanks. I couldn't remember. Anyways, yeah. So we're gonna.
So let's.
Should we like try one and then the other, or should we try yours and I try mine, then we swap? What are you thinking?
Let's start with mine together.
Together?
Yes.
Don't touch forks. That's not practicing
Yes.
safe distancing.
No.
Oh, you took a big bite. Wow.
Ooh, mine is also
So
very.
So everything looks well incorporated. You got light. It's got some air. It's got some bubble action. All right, let's taste it now. It's that good, huh? Wow.
It's not bad.
It's moist, like definitely rich,
Yeah.
heavy.
It's missing the yolk, you know, but still, I can eat the whole
It
thing.
can't be that bad. You just had a second scoop.
I like it.
Wow, that's what she said. But
Literally.
yeah. Anyways, I'm going on to pan 2. So this is the one where we fluffed up the egg whites. We're gonna check the consistency.
It looks.
It almost has like a mousse, chocolate
Yeah.
mousse kind of look to it. It has like a dessert, like it is a dessert. I guess it's brownies, but it has like a mousse kind of consistency finish to it. It's interesting. Ready? Wow, is this your first time eating? Should I get you chopsticks? Oh, that was bad. I find the salt did change the taste a little bit.
And the texture is a lot lighter.
It is, has a little more air
Yeah.
to it. Wow,
It's good. I think this one is the winner. No offense. This is still good. Like if you're looking for something that's really easy and just throw it in the bowl, it's fine. But if you just want a slight improvement, add the salt.
It did change the flavor.
Yeah, and whip up those egg whites a little bit more.
The egg whites definitely made it a lot lighter. You can actually see the air, like the holes in this compared to this one.
This one looks kind of like the moon.
The moon.
The moon.
And this looks like the moon on pillows. I don't know. But yeah. So, I think at the end of it, a little bit of chefosophy made this recipe that much better. Cheers, Grace.